We've all heard the saying that goes, hurt people hurt people. So a certain somebody goes through something in their lifetime, and then after that, whoever comes into their life trying to do good, they end up hurting them intentionally or unintentionally. Why is that? So I've heard people say it's because they don't love themselves enough. And then I asked, why is that? And what does that even mean? Right? Why do people self sabotage? Granted, they've gone through something difficult, but so does everybody else. So why do some people still manage to keep their, you know, positivity up and live life the way it serves them the best, while others can't seem to do that? And the conclusion is it's because they don't love themselves enough. So, what does that mean? What does loving yourself actually mean? Is it standing in front of the mirror every morning and telling yourself, I love you 10 times in a row, or enough days for you to be convinced that you actually love yourself? Or is it something else? I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sure we've all gone through this. Every year, there's a 3 or 4 month period where I seem to lock in on the thing that I said I was going to do that year, and I do it. I simply just do the thing. And in the moment, 60 to 70% of the time, while you're doing the thing, it seems like it sucks. It seems like not just sucks, but in the beginning, especially when you start doing it, it seems like it's a little bit too much. And then eventually, when you keep going that path, sometimes you stop doing it because it's quote unquote too much. Now, I've noticed in my personal experience that I always look back during that year at the time where I was locked in. I always, even now, sitting here, I can think of all the times where I simply just put everything else away and locked in on the thing that I said I was going to do. And no matter how much it sucked at the time in the moment, the moment seems sweet now. It seems like that's what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. So if it sucked so bad, why is it memorable in such a good way? What about something that sucks so bad makes me want to go back to it? I've wondered that for quite some time now. And when I discovered this new thing of the story that I just told you guys about people not loving themselves, and this thing that I went through in my personal life on a yearly basis for the last like 5 years, I started connecting the dots, and there was a direct correlation. I feel like self-love is just a fancy word for discipline, I think. And the term self-love, I feel like in the recent years of history has gone very popular, as it should. People are promoting that you should focus on yourself, take some time off if needed, blah blah blah, to take care of yourself and love yourself, and it's a positive message. I approve. But you don't really hear about self-love in the older days. So was it that they were all depressed back then, working very hard and just going through life like nothing else mattered? Or was it that they figured out self-love in a different format? So, and if so, what was that different format? So I came to the conclusion that it's discipline. Discipline equals self-love. Loving yourself is basically knowing what you're worth and giving it to yourself no matter how hard it is. in the moment. People go through life now, especially taking self-love as a more like taking that concept as a more relaxed, more laid back, and just a chill approach. And I think truly being able to love yourself is the exact opposite. When you're at content with yourself, when you feel at ease with yourself, is because you are giving yourself the thing that you said you were going to give. You know what you're worth and you're going after it no matter the circumstances. If there are no opportunities, you're creating it. And if you can't find a way to create it, you're still finding something to do that moves you in that direction, no matter how tough or time consuming it is. So that seems to be, in my life at least, the true definition of self-love. And I think today even I've been having very good weeks for the last 2-3 weeks where I've been doing the thing that I said I was going to do at work, in my off time, my personal life, just chasing the goals that I said I was going to do. No matter the result, I was moving in that direction. And today I had a good day at work. I did everything I said I was going to do, but the intensity, the approach that I usually have on a daily basis, it wasn't there. I was a little distracted. And when I was reflecting back at my day, driving home, I asked myself why I didn't fully feel that satisfaction. And it's because I didn't go after it hard enough. I know who I am and what I'm capable of, and if I don't achieve it for some reason, it doesn't feel very good, just in my experience. And sometimes we can have those days, but I think it's important to remember that self-love doesn't always come in a relaxed format. In my life experience, it's actually been the exact opposite every time now that I recall it. So I hope this video helps. And if you are somebody that thinks about self-love as a laid back approach, maybe try being more disciplined and see how that works out. I'll see you on the next one.